Oh, yeah. Try not to yawn in y'all face the whole time.
You definitely did.
Yeah.
You definitely did on purpose.
Bad, you guys are boring me. They come here for entertainment. Who entertain me? Was just watching Dion on Squadcast. Numbers equal to D size. Love the analogy.
D size. Oh. I was just telling Jazz that.
D size.
Size.
Oh.
Your Instagram numbers. People like, it's hard to book shows. They were like, well, how's the Instagram numbers? It's pretty much like saying, how big is like sex with him? Should I book him? Y'all think I should have sex with him? How big is?
We just hit that 10K. Oh. Yeah. Someone else mentioned one of the videos. Is that why it's popping now? When did you do Squadcast?
I did 2 weeks in a row.
Did you mention the show?
I did.
Maybe.
Actually, Tahir did.
You
Tahir did.
Is that why people started rolling in all of a sudden?
I think so.
All this time and many times as you've done, you haven't mentioned it once. Damn.
Because
garbage.
Here's the thing. If they ask, I will say it. But the problem is usually like, how y'all feel about blah blah blah? I'm like, yeah. I could be like, oh, we did talk about. I could plug it in like that, but it's never like.
Thank God.
What y'all working on?
Thank God for Tahir.
Cause what Tahir said was, I just did Chaz and Dion's podcast. It's one of the best podcasts out there.
Shout out to Tahir.
And then he had said it is one of the most uncouth podcasts. He's like, it's like y'all start off a topic and y'all just keep latching on to stuff, and it's like your boy needs to create a cartoon around their audio, man, because we just kept going, kept going and building.
It's a wild ride.
Yeah.
Thank God for Tahir. Dion don't give a shit about the pod.
I don't.
Let's say, Dion, man, we give you $500 to promote your podcast. Dion's
this is a punishment being here.
Not doing this.
This is a punishment, young king. I do have some. You got something to talk about?
Nope.
I got some topics to talk about.
What you got?
All right. Because this is oh my God, I can't look at that picture no more. I did this on purpose, but oh God. You only have one attempt to complete your choice. All right?
Okay.
Would you for $50,000 catch an NFL punt?
Okay.
You only get one chance to do that.
Okay.
$100,000 to make an NBA free throw. $250,000 to return serve from, is that Nadal?
Nadal, he's a tennis player.
Okay. And $500,000 score an NHL shutout goal. $1 million to save Redondo penalty shot.
There's only the easiest thing on here is the NBA free throw.
That's easiest.
Yeah, I don't know why catching the NFL punts at 50. Because it's not that easy.
Because it's doing this.
It's not only flipping. It's like I don't know how many people actually can catch a foul ball or even that, because it is a harder thing to gauge this. How far back is going, running backwards if you have to, running forward you have to with that ball spinning. It's tough to catch.
Well, let me add this. Let me add this. Fourth quarter, no time on the clock. You an away team, and your point will put your team over that pressure for the NBA.
Either way it goes, I think the free throw is the easiest one.
That's the easiest one.
Catching returning a serve from a dive.
You've never played. Never played.
And I think it's gonna hit 90 to 100 miles per hour coming at you.
Yeah.
NHL, I cannot skate.
Right, can't skate, yeah.
Not alone hit the puck in the direction it's supposed to go to with accuracy.
Yeah, you're right.
How close am I?
Yeah.
Like, how close am I to the goal?
Yeah.
And then save a penalty shot.
You 100% correct. You 100%
ain't no way.
Correct. You're 100%.
I'm going to be able to save a soccer goal from one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
If you can get anywhere near me, I'm dodging.
Right.
No. I'm not getting in front of that.
Oh, that's one-on-one. Save a penalty goal. Yeah.
No, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I'm going to break an ankle. I'm going to get a concussion.
Yeah.
No, it's not happening.
You 100% correct.
But catching an NFL punt, There's only two things in here I could actually do, and that's catching that punt or a free throw.
And do I have football gear on?
Yeah, even harder with the gear on.
You gotta make sure your face mask don't hit it. I've seen that happen.
Even harder with the gear.
Oh, hold on. Oh my God, yeah. That NFL catch needs to be a little bit lower and higher, because imagine the people coming like this.
Oh, if I had to do it in game, hell no, that'd be terrifying. And remember they changed that rule a few years ago, because before they could light you up.
Yeah,
they could be able to light you. Now they have to wait for you to touch them. They used to be like, as soon as you touch it.
Yeah.
Laid out.
Yeah.
And then they catch, and I know you hear it. Yeah. I
know the clacking of the shoulder pads.
And you know, no, ain't no way.
I'm coming for you, motherfucker.
I'm doing a fair catch every time.
Yeah.
Now, still, even a fair catch would still be tough.
Right.
No, you gotta have. I think the free throw is the easiest thing to do. The kids hit free throws on a lucky. On a lucky shot. A kid can hit a free throw on a lucky shot, a heave.
Sure. But I think the pressure of the end of the game, I think the end of the game, it should, that sort of pressure. Like your boy,
$100,000 is good pressure. I need that.
Yeah, your boy missed it. 9 seconds left on the clock. The dude from the OKC. This is the reason why they lost. He missed tall white boy, lanky OKC.
Oh, Chet.
Yeah. He missed 2 field goals, and it was 9 seconds left, and they ran down and shot the 3-pointer.
Could have iced it.
Yep, I promise you, he might not be the same after this series. Because remember what happened with Nick Anderson?
Nah, he won't be like that. Chet's young, though. Chet's in his second year. This is his first full year.
Yeah, but you remember what happened with Nick Anderson?
But Nick wasn't no rookie.
He wasn't?
No. This is Chet's. I think last year was his rookie and he was hurt.
Yeah.
I think this is his first full year, or was last year his first full year?
You get a bunch of people calling you a bum.
Nah, Chet's young enough to get out of that.
You would think
and the first seed. Why?
Because if you're a veteran, like this happens all the time. I've heard worse.
Nah, he never. My thing with him is that he was never the same, right?
Never. That's what I'm saying.
but to be as good as he was. And that's the thing with Chet. Chet, we haven't seen his ceiling yet. Mm-hmm. He's got a long way to get over this and grow. He's got a long career. Chet was like, I might never make it back here.
Right.
Because that was in the finals, wasn't it?
Yeah. And they won game 1, right?
I'm trying to remember.
I think they won game 1, and then after those missed free throws in the second game, they lost the rest of the 4. Yeah. Mental, boy. Man, mental.
Or do I got to get tackled? I don't think so. There was this thing that was saying, do you think you have a better chance of hitting a baseball off of a pitcher or throwing a 10-yard pass, right? And context matters because the route matters. I'll go are we talking about in a game?
Yeah.
Because if it was an NFL game, I don't think I could. I don't think I could do either. I don't think I could hit that baseball, nor could I be in the backfield and hit somebody doing a 10-yard route?
Yeah. Knowing that people are
not only coming at you, but there's a defender on them. There's probably a linebacker going back in coverage.
Right.
I'm not gonna throw no 60 heater, on a dot.
That's a much better question.
And then somebody's running that. I'm like, are you scrambling at the same time, or is it just
right?
We're just out here?
And you got to know the coverage.
Yeah, because if we're talking about a pitcher machine doing 70, I have a better chance of hitting that ball at that pitcher machine, I think, than I would doing a 10-yard with some coverage. That's a different.
Because also the pitcher is throwing either fastball, curveball, knuckleball. You don't know what they're doing.
He got to throw one pitch to me. If he's throwing 90 miles per hour, don't change.
Don't change.
Because people don't realize how fast that's coming.
Yeah.
It is coming at 90 miles per hour, and it's a small white ball.
Yeah.
That's flying.
Right.
It's not red.
Right.
It's not blue. That bug is a small white ball outside.
Yeah.
Flying dead at you, bro.
For
it
sure.
is so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard that if you do it 30% of the time, you're top.
Yeah.
300 average is incredible. That's a really great batting average for baseball.
Yeah.
So if you're only at 30%, you're an amazing hitter.
Imagine getting struck by it. That's I don't know how fast a human hand can strike a person, but I should look it up to see.
It ain't 90 miles per hour.
Because this is essentially a baseball, right?
Yeah.
So imagine if it, I don't know if
You can shoot your fist out and say, come on!
Oh, man, I'm talking about by hitting somebody in the gut. Is that considered?
This finally when you can go through somebody's body, right? Man. People throw out their whole shoulders throwing the ball.
Hey, let me tell you something. I would say the next 10 years, I'm not proud of this. Next 10 years, I might have shoulder issues.
Mine is happening. I'm thinking about doing surgery.
Yeah, I doing swimming moves. Mm-hmm. My arm used to always come out the socket.
Oh,
always swim moves. One of my best moves.
You be like, ah!
Yep.
Mid game.
Always came out the socket, and I had to kind of slap it back like Mel Gibson on Lethal Weapon.
Against the wall.
And man, never got it fixed, and it's on my shoulder. So it was just like it wasn't like I'm like wincing every time I like. So I do feel it when I do like this when I get my seatbelt like this.
Little things.
Yeah, and then when I do like this, I can hear. Yeah. So
that's a good one. Yeah, mine makes noise every time I move it.
Yeah, like can you hit someone and pull an organ right, guys? What?
And pull an organ. Oh, right out. What are you talking about?
Oh.
And pull an organ out. And then was it Dumb and Dumber when he had the visual of him fighting in the restaurant and he pulls the guy's heart out and puts it in a doggy bag? What age can I show that to my daughter? I can show her now, right?
Yeah, it's just so dumb right now.
So great, bro. I gotta show this movie.
Right. What sequel was? Let's do comedies. Mm-hmm. What sequel that was phenomenal years ago comes out and it was just as good or better?
Sequel?
Comedy. Everybody always say Terminator 2.
Does Ninja Turtles 2 count?
You think that was better than the first one?
Or as good?
It became wacky.
Well,
It just became like a Friday 2. It was like, what are these wacky noises now?
What are you talking about? It was great.
You remember when House Party 2 came out? And the Pajama Jam? They had to going on and on and on and on and on like the popcorn. I was like, what? They had the little Balkan Skull music playing.
Balkan Skull.
I was like, these little noises, man.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I wonder how old Balkan Skull. Those guys had to be 30 doing that. The random power. I wonder where those guys. You don't ever see them in any Comic Cons.
No.
Balkan Skull. Hilarious. Oh wow.
Yeah, I hated it. I was like, because the tone just changes. I hate when a movie hits as a cult classic, we're on a shoestring budget.
Yeah,
we're doing the best we can to hold this and finish this movie out. And it's like, it was a success, y'all. Let's add everything. Let's go over the top. We got a bigger budget now.
Big budget coming.
And you just see a bunch of wacky colors and all these sponsors and all they got cross colors in here.
All right, let's name some sequels because some were really bad. Zoolander 2 was god awful. Zoolander 2.
I never seen the first one.
So bad. Zoolander was a good time.
Yeah.
They did what was one? Dumb and Dumber 2 was terrible.
You think it was terrible?
Dumb and Dumber 2?
Okay.
Yeah, it was bad.
I don't know about bad.
I remember laughing at one part, but I remember being bored as hell in there. What was the other one?
Nobody liked Anchorman 2.
Anchorman 2 was horrible.
Damn, yo. I tell you one that was horrible that I wish never existed. I wish they did it like the Terminator series. It didn't happen. We're just gonna do another one. Coming to America 2.
Oh, I didn't even see it. Heard it was
It was a bunch of sketches, man.
They say it was cameo to America.
Oh, God, dude. They were just like, who wants to be in this movie?
I do.
And it was like, what can we do?
Whoever tweets us first.
It was like,
and then Hangover 2, I remember liking.
That movie,
but I remember being like, this is exactly what you guys did last time.
It was a sequel.
Yeah, but I remember it being fun still. But
yeah, it was great. It was still funny, but it was a sequel.
Yeah.
As in, like, you did a sequel as
Yeah, it's the exact same thing happened. You drugged us again?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, honey, I blew up the kid.
Hold on.
Come on now.
Hold on.
Come on now.
I don't know about the first one though.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
The first one was fire.
The first one was fire.
Because it was an adventure of the children. The Blew Up was more of, we got to protect our child, a bunch of small people. But the maze through the backyard to get to, that was beautiful. That was art.
That was a good one.
That was art.
I remember liking Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. I remember it being fun, but I don't quite remember. Oh, you know what wins?
What?
You know what I think wins?
Come on.
Home Alone 2.
Yeah, Lost in New York was.
That was.
Yeah, and it wasn't the duplicate of the first one.
No.
It was great that he actually left Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, and I'm actually pissed, but I'm excited that they didn't do 3 because
they did a 3,
but not with Macaulay Culkin.
He said he was done.
He's like, I'm old. I'm an adult. I have children myself.
Get that third one, Macaulay.
Yeah,
Macaulay should just do it now.
Yeah, with this as an adult.
Kid,
yeah. And he had the same parents.
I think everybody's still alive. Yeah, man, you gotta do it now.
I think the dad died recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw him and his mom in the mom in the commercial.
Oh, she is hot right now.
Yeah.
I love her.
She blowing up again.
What's her name? Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't think of it. She's in Last of Us. She's in Studio. A lot of TV shows. Yeah, Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek. Yeah, man, that's
comedies.
A good one. Yeah, I think Home Alone 2 right now is on top.
Is that
followed closely by Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, baby. Yeah.
Secret of the Ooze was so disappointing for Super Shredder.
Yeah. I wonder. I also wonder, because of today's time, that fight scene would have been crazy, but
yeah,
they were like. But I also heard that they felt like it was too violent. I heard like the first one they felt like it was too violent, so they watered it down.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I was
of course
5 or 7 when it came out.
Right. Yeah, Rush Hour 2 was solid.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
snaps! Bad Boy 2. Oh, snaps!
That's another.
Bad Boys 2 was a good time.
Wait a second. Okay.
Oh,
Rush Hour 2.
Yeah.
Is my favorite one, I think. Mm-hmm. Bad Boys 2 is my favorite one out of that franchise also.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. I don't know the difference between Rush Hour 2 and 3.
I don't know. They're in Paris in 3. That's when they had the big Asian dude who came out.
But remember, they was in Tokyo for the second one.
Yeah.
So in my head, those I think.
Well, not Tokyo, but yeah, they're in China.
Yeah, they were China. So the first one was
in LA.
Yeah, and then they flipped it. Mm-hmm. They were in China, and they had to go back to LA to finish it out. Mm-hmm. And then it felt like the same thing happened on the third one.
I think the third one they did pretty much the whole thing in Paris, and it was like the triad thing, and that's when that beautiful.
The
girl
fact you think lets me know that they really try to recapture that same lightning in the bottle.
Well, I remember not liking it when the third one came out. I remember being disappointed. And when I watched it again with my nephew, he was cracking up. Yeah. Like we watched them back to back to back. He was dying, and I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. I said, all right. This was fun. But I just remember seeing Chris is older and all this other stuff, and I was like, all right. But it was still fun. And then
y'all need to chill. This next Friday was better than the first one. Y'all need to chill.
Oh hell no, I'm not even close.
Y'all need to chill out.
Next Friday better than the first. Y'all not even close.
If you ask me, I'll go Friday 1, Friday 3, then Friday 2.
The same. Exact same.
Yeah.
2 was just like, you know what it seemed like? It seemed like they got a big budget, but they forgot to finish the script. And they're like, when's the shoot? Right now? Okay.
If y'all ask, what was this movie about? I think y'all say the scenes more than anything.
They're gonna be like, it was about them trying to get the money to say it's the same. It's always about some money.
I think it was something like
3 was definitely way better than 2.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, all three Fridays is about getting some money at the deadline. As soon as it was 10 minutes in, when I seen Pops do this little wacky whoa, and he sat in that dog poop, and I said, had a cartoon. Whoa!
Didn't he even do like, he was like in the porta potty, like, I'm going in about 45 minutes in the porta potty. I was like, you don't have to do this.
You don't have to do it again. And then Stanley was there, ironically, on the 10 freeway, way out, just ironically. Yeah.
It's just...
And why Cube can't keep the same love interest? And every single girl he had a different.
Cube was toxic, clearly.
Yeah. For sure.
No, that's not a good one.
Yeah.
I remember watching it being like, this is bad.
Yeah, and the colors, the way they shot it, it was like everything was like super bright and like vibrant.
Bottom tier.
Yeah.
Bottom tier.
Just like Ninja Turtles 2.
What are you talking about? Turn the Ooze is top tier.
You know the color and the look of them changed dramatically.
You know what you don't do? You don't go back and you don't watch it again. You take it as you remember. I did that with Little Ninjas. What was it called?
Surf Ninjas.
No.
What?
Three Ninjas. I watched Surf Ninjas again and still loved it, actually.
Well,
I still, because it was goofy, it was silly. It was exactly what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Three Ninjas.
Yeah.
Was
Rocky
terrible.
loves Emily.
When that dude dunked that ball, I was like, oh, this is... And then the fights, I was like...
And then you can see the little wacky little henchman get beat up.
Waiting for the kid to kick him in the... Ugh. Terrible. I don't know what about a child's brain goes, whoa.
Yeah.
But
Three
man,
Ninjas.
it was terrible.
Yeah, buddy.
Surf Ninjas is still though.
Yeah.
I'll rock with that today.
Yeah, it was a song in that movie that it was stuck in my head for a long time.
That was the...
Said, Banana way.
No, it was the... Oh, snap. Hold on. It was the...
Oh, take my hand. We did the rockin' and rollin', rockin' in the river, bop the rim, bop, bop.
Went to the dance, looking for me. That was my thing, bro. I love that so much.
There's a lot of fake songs in movies that becomes the theme of movies.
You know what? I've never seen Titanic. However, is that the biggest song off a soundtrack? Or Whitney Houston off a Bodyguard.
So you trying to say what movie soundtrack? What soundtrack music?
What's the biggest one? What's the biggest song?
Seeing that Celine Dion has to close her concert out with that, that's her probably.
Well, Whitney never got a chance to get her residency in a Vegas. You know, she never got a chance. Imagine a Whitney Houston Vegas residency would be crazy.
But also, this is not fair because it's not even an original song. Because it's a Dolly Parton song.
But still, it was still bigger on the soundtrack. It's not like she made it big. When that song is made and someone else comes up and they say, "Man, it was sung whack. This is how it should have been."
Yeah.
I can't think of the Whitney song.
Oh, hold on. How about
Wait, give me the.
Huh?
And okay.
Yeah.
Always. She was killing that thing.
Yeah. No, we're talking about what song
It's bigger. What soundtrack is bigger?
What song on a movie is bigger than a movie? You think that? You saying that?
Oh no, I didn't say bigger than the movie, but because I don't know if I can say that Celine Dion's song is bigger than a Titanic movie. Right. It was the highest box office for a long time.
Right.
And I think they feed each other.
Yeah.
But Whitney's song is
definitely bigger than Bodyguard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely, because I don't even know what the Bodyguard storyline is.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you, but that song was fire.
Yeah.
But what song was the biggest?
Oh, yeah, you're right. What? Happy by Pharrell. There's a Despicable or the Minions. Come along if you
over Celine. Hell nah.
Let me look it right now. Who got the most views on YouTube?
Wait a second. Titanic wasn't even around. YouTube wasn't even around when Titanic was out. That's not a fair judgment. It was 97, 98.
How are we supposed to judge this then?
Off the impact, you were there. Which one was everywhere? Happy was bigger than Titanic. Celine Dion song was bigger than that one.
They have 24 music videos. Every hour, they put it out.
Just because we live in an era where they just numb you to death.
It's your children.
Ooh, I Believe I Can Fly, Space Jam.
Ooh,
that was big.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
I'm not putting it over Celine Dion.
Here's the thing, man.
Happy, hell no.
Baby Shark is the biggest song of all time. Children.
This is different. This is like, it's the YouTube song. I'm like, forget that. Take it with the movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember Happy being like, oh man, that song is killing off of Despicable. I wouldn't even put them together.
Oh, we talking about Frozen now. They're throwing them out now.
Frozen, that's a big one.
Let It Go.
Ooh, Let It Go is. If you go into Disney movies,
good job, growing.
A Whole New World.
Yeah.
That was a monster.
What's Lion King? Is it Hakuna Matata or is it?
Hakuna Matata was big. Or Can You Feel the Love Tonight? That was bigger than Hakuna Matata.
If you ask, what is the biggest song on Lion King? I'm certain they will say Hakuna Matata.
Over Can You Feel the Love Tonight? They had a whole video for the Elton John.
How does it start off?
What? Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't tell you how Bodyguard starts off.
Honestly, I think the opening number is bigger than Can You Feel. No, that is bigger than Can You Feel the Love Tonight. Yeah.
I remember the beginning of that. Since we arrived on this planet, but I saw that recently with the kid.
When the queens made it into the sun.
I know all them Lion King songs. That's crazy. Just can't wait to be king. All right, okay.
They didn't play Hakuna Matata on the radio.
Under the Sea. I remember Under the Sea being big. I remember hating that movie though. But I was also a kid. But I thought that movie was stupid.
Nah, I think the one with the fork is bigger.
The Beast.
What is this?
Beast.
It's like oh gosh, he was like, what do you call it? Isn't it sweet? Ba-da-dun-dun-dun, ba-da-dun-dun.
Yeah.
Ba-dun-dun-dun-dun. I can't think of the chorus part.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dang, what's that song? Izzy loves that song too.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah. That's like that song is the Welcome to Your World. Yeah. Welcome to my world. That song. Yeah, part of their world. Yeah, part of your world. Whatever it is. That song right. So there's every musical has a song that is like the
crescendo.
Yeah. So it's like and I Am Telling You I'm Not Going from Dreamgirls. That's like oh, here it comes. We all getting ready. Here it go.
You gotta love me.
Yeah. Yo, I remember I knew it was coming. Yeah. I was in theater and I heard was and I am. I was I got chills. I said, yeah.
Killing.
You're the best man. So Aladdin, I would say
Whole New World was crazy.
Yeah, A Whole New World. They had
whole new.
Yeah.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
Close your eyes. He said, I paid good money for this rug. You ain't gonna miss out on this.
That was a good one.
Yeah, A Whole New World is topping them all.
All of them? Out of all of them?
If you say what is the biggest song on Aladdin, you're gonna say A Whole New World.
But is that the biggest song off a soundtrack ever? That's a major one.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. That's a heater. That's a problem to deal with.
Right. But also you got to factor in that it was sung by real artists that had a hit.
Who?
I can't do the name. PB Bryson and
was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They went on and that's their.
I tell you what, this isn't gonna win, but it was better than them all, which was a Goofy movie. What was the song called? With Powerline was his name. It was by Tevin Campbell. When she said that, I was like, Tevin Campbell had me rocking, bro.
Yeah. Here's the thing: I've never seen Goofy movie.
It's great.
Yeah,
Goofy movie.
I keep hearing it's great.
Was great. Fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. Aladdin. And I don't know any like. Does Bambi had a song? I don't know. What about
Beauty and the Beast?
What was their song?
Beauty and the Beast is people don't like this. I love Gaston.
What's the song?
The Gaston is like God. No one. No. That's a song. But in the ballroom when Beauty and the Beast is dancing. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, man.
That's a movie I never went back to as a.
Come on, y'all, help me out. What's the Beauty and the Beast song? When they had the dope little computer effect for the first time in cinematic history.
Losing me. Well, but that Fafo song, James Ingram, but Joe Chestnut song. Fafo? What's Fafo? What's a Fafo song?
Nah, Be Our Guest is fire.
Be Our Guest.
But I'm talking about the one. It starts off with Angela Cranberry, Hansberry. Angela. She's like She opens up the song. Mm-hmm. She's like, he sees her suntan, and he do blah blah blah. He does this, and it's in his eyes. And she's narrating the song. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about, man? Mm-hmm. Come on, y'all, help me out. What's the biggest Beauty and the Beast song?
I don't know it.
Is Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah,
Beauty and the Beast. That's the name of the damn song. That's the name of the song. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's like, but I can't think of how it starts. Like Beauty and the Beast, but the build up is better though.
That's not hitting me.
Help me out with the opening intro, yo.
Hitting me at all.
Yeah,
Space Jam was a good one. Mm-hmm. I mean,
I believe I can fly. Is saving R. Kelly from getting electric chair.
It's like, all right, sing one song to save your life. He's like,
that's what the noise is getting. He getting fried. Oh, that's the same note he made when he was getting.
R. Kelly in the chair.
He said, turn it off. He's talking about Believe I Can Fly, man. This nigga that song Step in the Name of Love.
So I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
Turn it off, man. Woo! He said, thank y'all, man. Normally I don't do this, man, but keep the frying going. Now this is the remix to Ignition.
The remix to Electrocution is crazy.
Yo, the remix to Electrocution. Woo, boy.
God damn, that's dumb.
Yeah, there it is. Tale as old as time, true as it can be.
Oh, okay.
Barely
No, I
even
don't know that song at all.
friends. Then someone it
we don't talk about Bruno was big.
Yeah.
That took the world by storm.
I hate the movie though.
Why?
The movie just felt, it didn't feel complete. It felt like a pilot of a TV show to me.
Probably could have been. That was a good one. I'm trying to think. What else was there?
Yeah.
Oh, you know who had a big one too?
What?
Skyfall.
Oh, yeah.
Adele's.
Yeah. You bring her back in.
That was a monster. That was probably a song bigger than the movie. And I thought Skyfall was dope, but that song was Skyfall.
Look, there's a headline right here.
Smokey Robinson sued for what? Right. How long ago was this?
This just got released. Yo.
But how long ago was the assault? These women be waiting 50 years to come forward.
For those who don't know, Smokey Robinson has got sued for alleged sex assault battery for a former female employee.
See, former makes me go, how long we talking?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Because Smokey been in the game a long time.
She won $50 million.
God dang.
Yeah. Got at least Smokey.
Somewhere
it's the
out
hips,
there
man.
is James Ingram's song. Somewhere out there? What's somewhere out there?
The goddamn hips, Smokey. Smokey 89, yo.
Tina Turner, Golden Eye. I don't remember the actual song, though. I played the game a lot.
Oh, that was her song?
No.
Oh.
That's just the James Bond.
Yeah.
Coco. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. What was the big song off in Coco?
Yeah. Coco. Yeah, my daughter loves it.
If you talk about top Pixar movies,
Yeah.
I might have Coco over everybody.
Yeah.
I might have Coco over Incredibles.
Coco made me cry twice.
Coco was crazy.
Yeah.
I might have Coco over Incredibles and over the first Toy Story, even though people love Toy Story 3.
Well,
I never skipped Toy Story 1.
slow down.
Because
Coco is
magic.
incredible, but it's not rewatchable.
What do you mean it's not rewatchable?
Once I would say twice. But once you know the punchline, it's kind of hard to be like, I want to cry again. I want to get in this mood again.
There are all those movies that are like those masterpieces that you don't have to go back. You go like, I saw this piece of art. I don't necessarily have to go back and watch this piece of art again, but like, I saw this piece of art. I felt like that with Ray.
Yeah.
With Jamie Foxx. I was like, I don't need to watch this again to realize that this was an incredible.
Right. This is another topic. What are incredible movies, 5-star movies that is a one-time watch? You'd be like, I don't need to go back and watch that. I don't need to go back and watch that. Trauma. It was beautiful. I will say that with 12 Years a Slave.
Precious.
Precious.
Never been back to Precious, that was it. It was one and done.
Yeah.
I said, I got it.
It's like, I don't want no more chicken. I don't want to go to therapy. I'm not getting on the bus no more.
Get Out. What? Nah,
Get Out, man.
Watchable.
Yeah. Any sort of thriller that has some sort of like twist, you like to go back to watch to see if they had little breadcrumbs to kind of help tell the story.
No, that's one you gotta watch over.
Somebody said Marshall with Chadwick.
All the Godfathers. Oh, you tripping? I've seen those multiple times too.
Yeah.
Why you say yeah like you seen them, nigga?
Oh, I was just trying to, yes, and your energy.
I appreciate you, dog. Yeah, I seen them all multiple times too.
Yeah. I like to watch Titanic again because you ever watch movies be like, if he just, if he only had just did this. Like you try to find like, when the iceberg is coming, what fell?
Oh, my phone.
When the iceberg is coming, like, man, he could have saved so many lives.
Swerve!
Yeah.
Swerve!
Right. So another thing they didn't tell, they didn't talk about, there was a key that somebody did a reveal. There was a key in the lock box on the watchtower of the Titanic that had the button to turn the light on to watch ahead.
Oh.
And the person who had the key never made it on the boat.
Oh, wow.
So they were just looking like this.
They're just in the dark.
Yep. And for the sake of the movie,
wouldn't that be something you would just check first? You'd be like, hey, we got the light box. It's like, we don't need it.
I mean, these are 1990. They probably be like, you better get hosed.
But they're not the first giant boat to go out there.
Yeah, but, they probably just thought, like, what is the odds? And it's indestructible.
Who's the first person to do a cruise ship, dog?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of pirates was like,
no.
Hey, you know what? we should
just enjoy
we need some women.
Yeah. I tell you, the person who did the cruise ship, they was like, let's get over there in Africa.
But ships were around way before that.
Yeah.
But cruises don't seem like a great idea to me.
Right. You been on a cruise before?
No.
Yeah.
That big boat scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. What's crazy is
I go for some money though.
An amusement park on a cruise ship sounds insane.
Yeah, they be having rides and
right, roller coasters and Ferris wheels. And I'm like, how well they're operating this, man? Like, what is up under here? What's in the engine?
When I see a cruise boat, I go like, oh, y'all don't respect the water. I'm waiting for the ocean to fuck y'all up to be oh, you think it's soft out here? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you think I'm gonna just raise all this up?
You know what's terrifying? I did a yacht before, and we did it like 8 p.m. And we got back like at 10. And it's just in the Pacific Ocean, right? It's just in the Pacific Ocean, nigga. When I tell you, you can't see nothing.
Yeah, nope.
And look, listen, Chaz. Imagine looking out in the abyss.
I get it. I've seen it from the from the beach looking on, like, it's dark as hell out there.
And you can see tiny little lights because the land. I don't ever want to do this. It was terrifying.
I'll be like, shout out to sailors. I don't know how y'all,
Like up, down.
It's dark.
And I said, I don't even know how deep I am. Because you're essentially just flying hundreds of miles up. Because it could be just fishes like, one of these just drop something down. Or a human.
Hey, man, I love the water.
Yeah.
I love pools.
Yeah.
I love little lakes. I am not getting to that ocean.
Yeah.
It has to be worth a year's rent.
Yeah.
For me to jump
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a cruise. People pay to
Yeah.
go on water. It's crazy. I just don't.
What if you get paid as a comedian?
It had to be a good amount, bro, because that's terrifying.
Yeah. I would do it, but I would stay away from the round. Like I know I'm on a boat, but I'm not going nowhere near the edge. I don't want to see it. I just want to experience the camaraderie of we all could die. I want to just like watch my children. What y'all do? Y'all did what?
One wave and I'm panicking.
Yeah.
Like all I need is
As an airplane.
Yeah, man. Anytime you hit some turbulence, I panic.
Let me tell you, if I had an opening ally or somebody screaming, I'm like, yeah, me too. 'Cause I don't want to be the first one screaming.
Hey man, I remember once we all did. Everybody, our plane was shook. They were all like, the nervous, we barely made it live. And we all were shook.
I was coming back from Dayton. That mug was like, I said,
Man,
and I'm trying to be cool. And I was like, nobody else is screaming. I said, I ain't gonna be the first one screaming.
I'm scared.
I said, y'all good? Everybody good. So this is just normal to y'all. All right.
And so then when I fly and it's turbulent, that whole motion sickness kicks in.
Yeah.
And I get hot.
Yeah.
And the sweat starts. And
Yeah.
I have to shit. And we were going to Hawaii and I was right by the bathroom door.
Yeah.
And I remember I saw this old lady. I went
Yeah.
in there.
Get out of here. It's mine.
I saw her coming a mile away. I said, I was right by the bathroom. I'm in here. I'm just going to sit in here.
Yeah.
Maybe I panicked. When my body overheats while I'm sitting down doing nothing, that's
terror.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But I'll be sitting down, chilling.
Yeah.
Sweat dripping. I'll go, oh God. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Start taking off stuff. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. I remember me to hear Twills, we was in this yacht, man. And I was the only one getting motion sickness. I was getting seasick. And I was trying to be cool because everybody playing cards and spades. And I was like, that's it. And I was like, you guys have those pills? And I tried to like discreetly ask the crew, they said, you get motion sick? I said, yeah. They're like, just go lower. Like, don't be on the top. Like, it's better to be lower and you don't see the waters. Let's go lower. And they're like, you good, Dion? I'm sweating. And they gave me the little bracelet with the little
goddamn thing.
And I'm trying my best to, because I was the life of the
until
and then they was like, you good, man? Yo, I just saw what you said. I was like, and I had like
you gotta come up here and see this right next to the water.
I had a big drill hanging on, and it falls like. I was like, somebody call my mama.
We tried boats when I was younger, man. Too many throw ups.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, it's.
And what's really wild is just think about the slave ships of like people.
I mean, that's the thing, dude. They were throwing up on each other, bro.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about this? I wrote this story based on a guy who was he was a trader by like profession, like he trades goods to like all of northern Africa and up to like Europe, right, like Spain, and so he spoke like multiple languages, and he comes back home and he finds out that his kid was stolen into slavery. And so he winds up and he tracks him all the way to America and brings his kid all the way back. That's the story in a nutshell, right? And within that story, I wrote a sub-story about this black like African mermaids. So when they started throwing slaves off of the water, I wrote a story. You see like a guy who falls off, and then like a blue light was coming towards him, and then you kind of this is like in a comic book kind of thing. Not a comic book. What do you call them? Graphic novel.
Yes.
And so, but in that, I wanted to start this own one when it was a whole tribe of African mermaids who adapted to the water. And so when they started seeing slaves come off, they helped them transition to the mermaidhood, whereby some magical, thing to get them adapted to the aquatic life. So then, but I always thought it was better than, I hated thinking that like all these cats would just jump overboard or, man, they would tie them together, the metal stuff, and just drown them, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was a horrible, anybody who was sick and they weren't going to make it, they tossed them over, chained them down to each other, and they just threw them off, and they would all drown. So that was like my way of saving an entire, saying like, oh no, you can't just get rid of us. It's a whole new life. So it was kind of like the beginning of the like Atlanteans. Was
right. Wow.
Behind that. So I actually got to make it all out eventually.
Yeah. That's dope.
But yeah, I was like, that was a way better ending that these cats deserved than what they got. And it's also one of those things we kind of talked about a couple weeks ago about within it being a slave story, something different, right? Like a different version, a different take on this story, but still their story getting told because all those guys we'll never hear of them and what happened to them and, stuff like that. I forgot what that little passage was called. Anybody know what that passage was called? When it was still from Africa to over here, but
yeah, I know you're talking about the some passage, yeah.
Middle passage, something like
that. Yeah, middle passage. Yeah. That's dope. Yeah, I really feel like it'd be a great revenge story if some sort of is it deity?
Deity, like a god?
Yeah. Had granted a bunch of slaves mutant powers. And then they were just like, listen, you guys have been faithful to our God and your master. Yeah. Now it's time for your freedom. Right. I'm going to grant you guys all individual powers according to your strengths, blah, blah, blah. Your freedom is within you. Yeah. And now they are all granted with their own powers like, teleportation and speed and strength.
And Black Panther, he was a mutant, right? He was like one of the first mutants.
They didn't mention it as that.
What's his name?
The dude from the rock that comes from space?
No, my bad. The villain in Black Panther 2.
Oh,
what's his name? I'm blanking on his name.
Kukulkan. But his name is Namor.
Yeah, didn't they call him didn't he label himself as a mutant in that?
He's the first mutant.
The first mutant.
But they didn't mention it because they don't own the rights to mutation yet.
But I think they might have.
They got it now.
Right.
They can say mutant in Marvel. But they just called him Aqua God. Transatlantic
slave trade. Transatlantic Express.
Moyo so smart.
That's not what it is.
What up, B?
What up, B? What's happening?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you. I don't know who the winner is of the soundtracks that we went a long way
I
away.
think that's for open ended.
Who's a comedian who had the best string of movies and then a string of flops immediately?
Like stand-up comedian?
Anybody. We talk about the Sandlers, Jim Carreys, Will Ferrell's, the Kevin Hart's, Eddie Murphy's.
String of
Lawrence's. Because, everybody comes out hot.
And then they have
and then they be
bunch of flops.
It feels like...
I got you.
It takes some time for someone to be like, man, he's killing. We've never seen anybody hotter than this.
I'm ready to go in.
Who you got?
Eddie Murphy.
The most flops after being hot?
He was unstoppable. I would say after, even though I don't like Life, after Life, something happened. It was like Holy Man and it was Metro and Pluto Nash and
I think Metro was before.
Yeah, it just felt like something's happened. Like Haunted Mansion 1,000 wishes.
He started getting them big old dumb checks, bro. The big old dumb checks.
Yeah, it just became very awkward.
I wonder how many movies he was like, I can't say no to this. All right. So let's go. All right. So Jim Carrey,
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Show me the beginning. Let's go to the.
Oh, remember Dave? I remember Dave that when he was a robot and it was a bunch of little Gabrielle Union and Eddie Murphy was in his head. Pluto Nash came after that. It was just a bunch of like. What is
All right, so we got 48 Hours, Trading Places. I don't know what Best Defense is. Beverly Hills Cop.
Mm-hmm.
Specials. The Golden Child. Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Yeah,
Coming
he's
to
on
America.
fire. Everything was on fire.
We're going out. Harlem Nights, killing it. Another 48, killing it. Boomerang, killing it. Crazy hits.
Mm-hmm.
Beverly Hills Cop 3. A lot of people don't like. That's okay. Vampire Brooklyn.
Still solid.
All right. Lady Professor, Metro,
Still
all in
solid.
there. Mulan, Dr. Doolittle, Holy Man, Life. He's still doing all right here. I don't remember Holy Man so much. Life, I remember Bowfinger being hilarious. Clumps 2, Shrek, Dr. Doolittle 2. Don't remember that being great.
On fire.
Okay, and then, the PJ. Shout out to that.
On fire.
All right, so then there was Showtime with him and Robert De Niro.
Oh, this was on the edge.
This is on the edge.
This
Pluto
was,
Nash. I Spy was shit. I don't care what no one says.
It was cool. It didn't do well in the box office.
Daddy Daycare was a boom.
Yeah. This was him with wobbly legs right now. This was
Then the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, that was a flop.
Father of the Pride. I don't know what that is.
Flop. Never heard of it.
Okay, Dreamgirls.
Oh yeah, that wasn't his movie. He was like fifth on the billing.
Okay, Norbit though.
I like Norbit.
That was a comeback.
But people didn't like it. I like Norbit.
Here comes the bomb.
Here it
goes. This is 2008. Yeah, Meet Dave. Imagine That.
Yeah.
A lot of Shrek stuff. Tower Heist.
Yeah.
1,000 Words.
Yeah. Here we go.
Spooky Stories. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was just really, really catering to his children.
Mr. Church.
And grandchildren.
What was that?
Yeah. This is happening, man. This is happening.
And then he came all the way back into Dolomite.
Yeah.
And then Coming to America too.
Yeah.
Oh, and Candy Cane Lane. How was the last Beverly Hills Cop?
You can tell he's out of shape, but it was still funny. It's not brag worthy. It was kind of like, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
But it wasn't like, yo, you gotta watch it. It was like,
okay, Mr. Church was good. It was a serious one. Mm-hmm. Okay.
The Shrek movie saved his life. Whew. You know, Shrek is the highest grossing animated movies.
Really? They made 100 of them. They should.
It's 5 of them.
They just kept doing all the little specials, all the ones. I must put Sandler up there, bro.
I don't even know why they haven't have a donkey spinoff. I don't know why Puss in Boots got that versus Donkey. We don't even know Donkey's backstory.
I feel like Eddie Murphy would cost way more than Antonio Banderas. I feel like that's the only reason why. Is there like
this his voice though?
Yeah. I bet you how much you think Antonio Banderas is getting compared to what Eddie Murphy's getting.
I mean,
I bet you ain't getting half of what he's getting. I bet you ain't half. And I bet you he sure wasn't going to take less than what Mike Myers was taking. He's like, I'm in this movies just as much as you are.
Yeah.
I'm half the billing in here. I think Sandler or Will Ferrell might have the worst flops after that.
Oh, no.
What?
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Comedian. Because Adam Sandler, he was dabbling in a lot of serious movies, so you can't really consider that.
I mean, a flop is a flop. Were they all good though?
Like his movies, like I remember something like he was like a shoemaker. Then he had one like Click, and it was like him trying to like.
Sandler's start is crazy. Mm-hmm. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. Then we go into The Waterboy, Big Daddy. Little Nicky was not that great. Little Nicky was actually ass to me.
Yeah.
8 Crazy Nights was solid. You Don't Mess with the Zohan was solid. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
That was great. Grown Ups was a kaboom. And here we go. Jack and Jill, trash. Grown Ups 2, trash. Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, that's a hit.
That was a hit.
They made 5 of them.
The Ridiculous 6. Here's where you start getting.
It was a parody of
a Western, but it wasn't great.
It was funny.
I remember laughing at one part.
I liked it.
Sandy Wexler, Week of.
I don't remember this.
Goldman vs. Silverman.
I don't remember this.
Hubie Halloween.
I remember it.
Nah, those are. Oh no, he produced the Hot Chick. Yeah, that was The Longest Yard. That was a good one. Right? Remember that one?
Yeah.
I'm missing some here.
Yeah, because I think you're only looking at the producer.
Okay, I was in the wrong one. Okay, Okay, here we go. Oh, Wettest Singles Boom. Here we go. Wettest Singles Boom. I forgot it was on Airheads. My Happy Gilmore. Yep, Bulletproof. Okay, Wedding Singer. Waterboy. Big Daddy. He had, I don't see it on here, but 51st Dates was a monster also.
Yeah.
Punch Drunk Love. See, here's where we get iffy. I don't like Mr. Deeds. Some people love it. I thought Mr. Deeds was terrible.
I don't remember the storyline.
I thought Punch Drunk Love was also terrible. Anger Management, I don't remember that being great. Spanglish, I remember it being cool. It was more dramatic. Click was a monster.
It was dramatic. Yeah, dramatic.
Funny People. That was cool. Just Go With It. The hell was that?
Just go with it, man.
Wait, was that the one with him and I think actually that one was under. No, I'm thinking of Blended. I don't remember Just Go With It. That's My Boy was terrible.
Yeah, I don't remember these movies. Yeah, but I'm sure he has a.
Blended was underappreciated. Oh, The Cobbler. That's what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. He was a shoemaker.
Oh my God. Pixels. I remember that was.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it was solid. The Do-Over. The hell is that?
I like that one too. Him with Rob Schneider.
I don't remember The Do-Over.
I love that one. It was an action comedy.
The Week Of. What is The Week Of?
Oh, The Week Of with I think it was Chris Rock.
Yeah, what were they doing?
Yeah, it was one of their daughters were getting married or something like that.
And this is when he was like Uncut Gems was.
Yeah,
I think Goldman vs. Silverman looks like it's more.
That was
serious.
a hit.
Okay, let me see Will Ferrell. We'll check this last one. Jim Carrey might be in that same boat.
I think he just fell off from comedies, man. But I think all his movies, you can't put Jim Carrey in that, man.
Why not?
Because he wasn't doing comedies.
If I can put Eddie Murphy in there, I can put Jim Carrey in there. What do you mean? Adam Sandler has some serious ones in here. If it's trash, it's trash, though.
But I think he wanted to switch his genre.
Yeah, it don't matter. If it's garbage, it's garbage. If it's garbage, it's garbage. They said Will Ferrell was in Living Single.
Maybe as a tax advisor.
All right, what was his first? What was his first big hit? All right, Zoolander. He had a big part in there. It's not his movie though.
Yeah.
Boat Trip. Old School was the kickoff. I
like
remember.
It. I remember him in Old School.
Yeah, that's what I remember him in. Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah.
I don't remember that feature. Okay, Anchorman being Melinda versus Melinda. Melinda. I don't remember that. The hell is that? All right, Bewitched. I remember that being good. Kicking and Screaming was solid. Wedding Crashers. The Producers. Oh, Talladega Nights. That was shit.
Yep.
Big fan. Blades of Glory. Right? Mm-hmm. The Landlord. Don't know what that is. Semi-Pro. Step Brothers. Green Team. You ever heard of that?
He was on fire.
What was Green Team?
I don't know about Green Team.
Land of the Lost. That did not.
I think Land of the Lost was pretty solid.
It
didn't do well because of the TV show.
The other guys were solid.
Other guys was hilarious.
Megamind did not do well.
It was fire. Stop it, man. It didn't
do well.
It did incredible on the box office.
They did do a sequel.
They did a sequel and a TV show.
Oh wait, no, they didn't. They did a little special. Did not get a full sequel. Yeah, it wasn't that great. Casa de Mi Padre was actually good, but didn't get appreciated. The Campaign, same, solid, didn't get appreciated.
Oh, was that Galifianakis?
Mm-hmm. The Internship, don't remember that? Anchorman 2, hot ass. Hot ass.
Anchorman 2 was trash.
Lego Movie, I guess you can give them that. Get Hard, garbage.
Get Hard with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
It was a hit, though. It was a financial hit.
Daddy's Home was solid. Zoolander 2 was garbage. The House, don't know that full.
You can tell when an actor is struggling when they pull out all them sequels from the 80s and 90s.
We need something.
Hey, is it possible we can bring back Passion of the Christ too?
Watson, I Love You, America. I ain't heard none of these movies Will Ferrell's done. We'll just be doing shit. What is all this? They just be doing shit out downhill. What is this stuff?
He probably helping out a smaller person.
I don't know. The Shrink Next Door, Spirited. Oh, I didn't see Elf on here, but that was a major hit. Strays, Barbie. Does Will Ferrell have a animated movie?
Yeah, you just said a Lego movie.
I guess so.
You think it was real? You think it was live action?
No, but it's not like his.
Well, Megamind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was the head.
Yeah, that's true. Too bad it wasn't great.
Megamind was good, man.
It was cool. I liked it.
Do you remember the storyline? Which is very unique.
I just remember it was like some alien baby, and he didn't get any love or something like that.
He was the villain.
Right?
And he actually won.
And he actually comes
He
up.
didn't know what to do. He was like, oh.
But then he winds up saving the world somehow.
Well, he thought he killed the Superman of that world. He was like, oh, so what now? I didn't actually think this is going to actually happen. So it was a great story. And then they had to bring him back to get the help because he's like, I'm a villain. I don't actually need.
They said Chris Rock has the most flops. Chris Rock? I don't remember Chris Rock have a ton of movies that star him, does he?
No. I think he's a co-star in a lot.
Yeah.
BC, that's enough.
What?
That's enough movie titles. That's enough. Hey, yo, B, join us on YouTube, yo.
Make myself it wasn't not the Brad Pitt and Superman.
Yeah.
All right, what happens when Dion Light gets his movies? Okay, let's say they say, hey Dion, 5-picture deal. Okay, you get 5 heaters, back to back. Okay.
Original IP
and everything, right? You're on top of the world everywhere you go. Dion, you're global. Okay. Bam, you get a stinker. You make $1 in the box office. Okay. $100 million budget. You make $1. Okay.
Am I gonna pivot?
It's the worst movie ever in history. You got 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. No one's coming to your shows anymore. No one wants to book you for movies, even though you were the most bankable star now. But you owe Hollywood $100 million. $999. Okay.
Get the money back.
Okay, so now, what's the first movie you're doing?
The second, my next movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You just bombed all these other movies.
Yeah.
But you're breaded, right?
Right.
But you're not selling out any tickets. Your podcast is getting no views.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's checked out. This was the worst piece of shit they've ever seen.
Yeah.
Okay. You played the main gorilla on Planet of the Apes 13. But you were the black. What y'all talking about, man?
What
gorilla.
a wonderful day.
Okay. All right. What's the first move we're doing now to get your career back?
I would definitely go to some sort of advisor.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
No one's taking your phone calls. You're toxic now.
Well, I'll play it safe. I ain't gonna hold you.
You're done?
I'll play it safe.
Okay.
I'll probably do like a reboot that I always wanted to do.
Okay.
Or
okay. What's the reboot? What we tapping into?
He's
He's doing what? You about to touch this classic?
I'll either do. Imagine doing Back to the Future.
All right. So now, mind you, you just had the biggest flop in the world.
Yeah.
Now you want to go do a classic and Back to the Future?
I thought Stevie, what we doing?
Spielberg not taking your calls?
Yeah.
You were under what's his company? Amblin.
We need a prequel to E.T. How did he get lost here? How did he get lost?
E.T. prequel.
Yeah, we need a prequel.
Oh man.
Hold on, man. Let me tell you something. I read this meme and it said, what if you went to E.T.'s planet and all of them was wearing clothes? E.T. just showed to Earth naked.
How do people think of this?
It was like, this is why they banned you, bro. Put clothes on. They was like, why you get on the ship with no clothes on, man? What they do to you down there?
He's like, they'll love me over here. They'll love me.
It's so stupid. He was after Meg like, hey, where are your clothes? What did they do to you on Earth, man?
At least he tucked it in. Wherever he sucked it up in, at least it went inside. He was out here just out here free balling around. Or whatever they have.
Thank you, Mo. E.T. prequel say, because imagine, like, it'd be like Superman. It'd be like he have his mom, his dad, and something happened. Did he get crash land here?
I haven't seen E.T. since I was a kid. I don't remember.
It's older than me.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what happened there.
Yeah. I think we need to see that, man. We need to see how he got here and what happened afterwards.
You're better off doing a movie that has zero budget. Like just you, like what was that movie where my man was in he was in a grave, buried alive?
Yeah,
you need to do one of those movies.
Buried, that's what's called.
Oh, yeah,
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, you need to do that movie.
But but also if somebody gave you $100 million and your first movie flopped, that was the movie you're supposed to do that for. But they was like, hey man, I heard what happened with the first one. Do I need to get my money back? Like, no, I got this, boss. I got this. You ain't gonna do like, let me try this again. You're not gonna try it again. You gonna play it safe. You ain't gonna be like, listen, I got this movie called Street Sharks. I know you had a cartoon out, but I bought the IP.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going full Republican. Okay, because my movie's gonna bomb. But you know who loves black sellouts? Republicans. So I'm gonna go be full Trump. Pro-Trump immediately. No, Chase, the worst movie. Forget all that. That's stuff that's not important. What's happening here right now is that Trump is saving this country.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm leaving all the blacks. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm gone, and I'm going on the white side because they love a coon.
Yeah.
And I'm back.
Yeah.
And I'm back overnight. I'm at the White House.
Right.
I'm chilling. He's funding my next horrible movie called Why Black Shouldn't Be in the Country. It's the animated movie. It's by Pixar.
B said remake Spaceballs. What you think about that? It's a parody though. Right?
Yeah.
You don't really do remake parodies, do you?
But I don't like remaking classics. Like I don't like when people. I don't think I would ever take. It had to be something that wasn't like Meteor Man is a movie that needs. Or even like Blank Man to me, which is a classic to me. I go like, that's a movie to me that didn't get the love, appreciation it deserved the first time. But like, I would never go touch Major Payne. I go like, no, those classics that are big, huge movies and are stand the test of time. Leave those alone. Leave it alone.
But like I said,
leave Britney alone.
The reason why reboots work is because it was a hit for children.
Built-in audience.
Yeah,
I get it.
And then now it's like it's gonna work again.
I get it. But I don't think I would do a classic like that.
Django 2.
Imagine ruining Back to the Future, bro. You're the guy, and they're only going to compare you to the other one.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Now, you could do a young Doc Brown.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can go back to the past.
I think Back to the Future is a phenomenal name.
Oh, Jesus.
We just blow past that.
Brilliant. All of it, from top to bottom.
I dropped my phone, dude.
From top to bottom, it's a brilliant trilogy.
The name is great. In my head, I was like, they messed up. When I was a kid, they messed up on the name. Like,
how can you go back to the future?
Wait a second. They go to the future, then they got to go back to the future. Okay?
That's genius.
But I think they should remake it with Tom Holland and Will Ferrell.
Back to the Future. They should not remake it, but if they did do it, that's a solid cast.
Yeah.
Tom Holland's too old now.
Yeah.
He had to catch when he just became Spider-Man.
How old do you think Michael J. Fox was?
20-something.
Tom Holland's is 20-something. Okay, Google, how old is Tom Holland?
28 years old.
We're no longer 20-something. He's almost 30. He's past the...
Yeah.
Also, he's been around too long.
Yeah.
I know him. That kid, when Michael J. Fox did that, when he was just playing a teenager on a show. Mm-hmm. So, like, him going and playing a teenager still made sense.
What would make Teen Wolf, like, violent?
Right?
Like,
you can't make
a
it
horror
violent.
movie.
No.
Like a horror movie.
You can't make it violent, but you can make another Teen Wolf without the basketball.
Right. Let's make it football.
I remember him playing basketball, and I was like, this is stupid. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
If he was a hockey player, he could hide his hair.
Hey, hockey and football works for him.
Right.
He'd just be a hairy dude. That's a better version of a remake.
Right.
I don't know if people love... I guess people love Teen Wolf, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they do a TV show?
They did, and it's a big hit.
Was it?
It was a big hit.
Yeah.
I think people enjoy underdog stories with wimps, nerds, dogs. Air Bud was a hit because Joanna Man.
It was not a hit.
Joanna Man?
What are you talking about as a hit? It's a movie we saw.
As in people love those type of stories of like Mike, when people just like all of a sudden have like a terrible getting bullied and pushed and
I remember Lil' Kim being in Joanna Man.
yeah, she was beautiful.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
We can make Hitch 2 starring Shad
Moss.
Hitch 2. I would love to see Hitch 2. I wish they did another one.
Yeah,
With just those two.
Right.
Him and Will and Kevin James are great together.
She don't act no more, man. The love interest.
I know.
Eva Mendes.
Eva, yeah.
Yeah, she don't act no more.
So gorgeous. She took care of Ryan Gosling's kid.
Oh, is that her?
Yeah, they got married and such. Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
I think she's supposed to start back again. The kids are a little older.
Right.
But no, she's gorgeous, bro.
Yeah. Right, little Mo.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
That's it. You trying to do another one?
Yeah, we can do another.
Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Lacroni and Chaz.
Check, please. Do you mind if I give them some more?
Yes, please.
A lot of laughs we cooking up in this podcast. Type in XD is high key the live stream. It's mostly positive conversations, except we tend to get darker than elbows or Wesley. We're sort of popping like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Just that Rogers, Big Ready from Lansing. I'm lactose, ENT. I guess we paying for the bills, so give us another
Check, please.
I just seen I got distracted. Said Charlamagne the God and John Wick, and I was like, what? They're doing a movie together. Shut up, Bo.
Charlamagne and
No. So Charlamagne the God and John Wick producer Baisley news company Southland Stories set Jonathan Majors film True Threat as first picture.
got you.
Yeah, so I was reading it and I was like, what? How did Charlamagne get into John Wick?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate y'all. Hey, our channel is finally popping this.
It's happening,
it just
y'all.
started growing. Thanks to Tahir.
Before y'all eyes.
No thanks at all to Dion Lack, who's been on Squadcast the last 2 weeks and did not promote one time. But thank God for Tahir more, for being the only promotion we get. Appreciate you, Tahir, wherever you are out there. We salute you, sir. Salute you. And then we'll check the rest of y'all next week. However, you're watching it live, please stick around.
Yeah.
Stay a little.
Give me my damn check, please.
Check, please.